Good day to you all. Welcome to NP Financials Trading Masterclass 7th of July 2024. NP Financials is a leading Australia's regulated prop trading firm for trader training, trade ideas, and trading psychology. We have excited things to share with us today. All of us. Marty will take us through Ask Me Anything. So we at NP Financial, we, especially Marty, has taken this challenge to answer any question. Marty will talk about this later on. We'll be missing Kerry Brown, our top psychologist. She is busy a little bit today. And now we'll be two of us, except Kerry, myself, and Marty will take you through. So thank you for asking questions beforehand, Vijayata and Andrew. You may ask questions anytime, stopping us. Just raise your hand or unmute your mic and talk, or you can also chat in the chatting section. You can also chat. You can write the question so we can read and answer your questions. All right. So today we'll start as usual. This will be a question and answer sessions mostly. We'll be talking less. You'll be talking more, so we can hear more. And then I'll start with questions which we have already got from Vijayata and Andrew. All right. So Vijayata is asking these questions which are in front of you. The first question is asking, please show examples of long high probability setup on 12 hourly time frame for any currency pair for the last week. We'll do that. I think we also have got questions from Andrew. Did you send it to support or to info?
I think support. I'll double check while you're doing this, and then which one do you want it at?
So I want to start with your question because they are broader. So if you can quickly send me those questions to support at NP Financial, because that is what is okay. I got this actually. Okay, no problem. No, forget about it. I got it. Okay, so we'll start with these broader questions which I got from Andrew. Not that they are better or worse, but there's a little bit of broader level questions. It's always better to start with the broad level questions than going to a specific questions. Of course, we'll be answering all your questions. But Andrew is asking for the masterclass. I'm struggling with my exits and can torment myself with trying to decide to make profits or stay in the trade. Very good question. Brilliant questions. I'm hoping to make decision process as objective as possible. Absolutely black and white. At NP Financials, we try our best to give you a black and white response to all your questions, in whether it is Forex or shares or commodity or bonds or indices or cryptocurrency, even in intraday trading or even psychology. And that is why we have 93% retention, 93% client satisfaction, because we add value. The only thing which we do is we add value. That is why we love it. And we believe in quantitative analysis. Of course, there are some terms can be qualitative, like whether the buyers are in control, whether the sellers are committed, whether the buyers are willing, whether the sellers are eager to move the market up or down. So these are qualitative terms. But at NP Financials, what we have done, we have changed. We have actually literally transformed this. We have literally transformed this control or eagerness or willingness or commitment of the buyers or the sellers through quantitative terms. So these are the qualitative terms which can be used in English, but trading is a little bit more than English. Although English is a strong language, but trading is a little bit more than English. So we have changed those terms, qualitative terms, into a mathematical, objective, quantitative way. So that is excellent question. We have and he is continuing. We have targets and exit strategies, pivots, support resistance 1, 2, 3, 4. But sometimes to maximize our profits, we need to stay in the trade beyond these targets. Absolutely 100% correct. Someone has joined. Our friend Ben has joined. Good day, Ben. How are you? We have just started, Ben. We are missing you. So this is the first question we are taking. If you are trying from Andrew, if you are trying to make our exit strategies as objective as possible, absolutely correct. What are some rules to trade by the exit at these points? Yeah, we'll answer that. Or put another way, what are some rules we can use to know when to exit at these targets or stay in the trade? Very good, brilliant question, marvelous question, Andrew. Everyone understood what Andrew is asking? I have tried my best to read it out.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, very good, very good. Thank you for that confirmation. So to answer these questions from Andy, we need to go a little bit.
Can't see your screen, brother.
Come again. Oh yeah, sorry, mate. That's good. I'm presenting. Who is the who? Can you not see my screen?
No,
I see the email.
Yeah. That's the email. That's the email. Tyron, you should see the email.
no, I can't see. It's like stamp size.
All right. You need to do something, Tyron. All right. Now I'll go to the chart. Okay. So before I can go to answer Andrew's question, so I'll take one steps behind and go. First start with Tyron. Can you see my screen now? The charts.
Right? It's very small. Very. It's not the.
Uh,
Normally, you have the full page
yeah,
coming
I
on
have
the
the full page, Tyron. I don't know what you are missing. Everyone can see full page or not?
Full page, I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Kim can see. So Tyron, it is up to your setting, mate. So you have to little bit adjust your screen, or double click and it can go to maximize full screen. It can go to full screen. All right. So the point here I'm trying to make is, before answering Andrew's question, is it is easy to make money, or it is easy or only way to make money in a trending market, and it is easy to lose money in a ranging market. So our job, I'll answer that question, but our job as trader is to first identify in all the asset classes, whether it is in forex or shares or commodity or bonds, indices, cryptocurrency. Our job is to identify the trending market. So how do I identify a trending market? Very simple. Supposing I go to our forex strategy, which will look like this, and in that forex strategy, in that forex strategy, we'll be having multiple screens in front of us, like the daily, the 2 day, and the monthly and the weekly. So from to start with, for example, this is the 3 day, this is the weekly, and this is the monthly in front of you, and this is of course 1 day, as you can see. So whether the market is trending or ranging, plain and simple, it is very, very simple to use a simple way to identify what it is doing. You don't have to see all of them. Just by seeing from the right hand side, if you start from the right hand side, and if you see that the monthly is printing blue and going up, or even going down like red, not these dozy type of candles, like which are open and close same, so we call it doji, doji. So this is a range market indication, but big body. Andrew has done a fantastic job, and most of you have also done a fantastic job on this Heikinasi, in which Andrew has found out that if there is no lower week, if there is no weeks here, if there is no week here, if there is no week here, that is upper shadow. There is no upper shadow here, then it is a strong trend. So there is no lower shadow here or lower week here for 4 months. So we have a trend here. So immediately in 1 minute or no, less than a minute, you can identify that this is trending, this on a monthly perspective, on a weekly perspective. So if something is trending on a monthly perspective and weekly perspective, then it is definitely trending in a daily perspective. So in a daily perspective or a 2-day perspective. So how can we take advantage of this? Simply speaking, what we go to the list, here, and we go to the list which I bring in front of you, and right click on that, right click on that instrument in any asset class. Right click on that instrument. For example, we are in GBP CHF, so right click on that and then go to highlight, and then do this highlight. So we prefer blue for long trending market, uptrending market. We prefer red for downtrending market. So what we will do, right click, highlight, and then select this blue. So we know this GBP CHF is trending up. No doubt about it. So GBP CHF is trending up from this monthly perspective, from this weekly perspective, from 3-day perspective, from 2-day and 1-day. Everywhere it is, of course, the line chart, which is the heart of our strategy, it is trending. So trend does not change in a minute or in an hour, in a day or in a week or in a month. A trend is a trend which can go for months together, even years together. If you go for some shares, it can trend for some years together. Like all the shares are trending up from 2020. For a moment, if I have to show you, if I just, this is a price chart. No, when our proprietary strategies are not here, just to show you an example of a trending market in a asset class which is known as share trading. So we'll go to Apple, and immediately we say beautiful trend here, excellent trend here, beautiful trend from 2020, after the panic on the COVID. After the panic on the COVID, we had a wonderful trend from there. Wonderful. Not only Apple, but we also have the eight instruments in the asset class, shares, share trading or stock trading. All of them are trending from 2016 when Trump got elected. Fantastic. Trump, especially after the global financial crisis. So this is global financial crisis, and in that global financial crisis, when the market came down, for example, Amazon, in the global financial crisis, it came down 69%. So people thought that it is possibly going to go to zero. It actually went to 1.72. But 69%, it is a correction. Okay, it is a crash or a correction. 69%, and after the 69%, it has gone up till our friend I don't know how many of you, but till our friend Trump got elected. Elected here in November 2016. So it went up 2,342, and for the first time a businessman got elected as a president, and that is euphoria for the market. And Trump effect actually pushed the market from which was already going up to another 140%. And then, my dear, no, not my dear, actually, unfortunate COVID happens. During COVID, market corrected 35%. Remember, this is 65%. So this is 35%. And then after COVID, we went up 187%. And during inflation, when the CPI and the inflation went up, interest rate goes up during this period. So we suffered a loss of 56%. The market suffered a correction of 56%, and after that correction, it actually went up 145%. So each time it corrected, whether it is dot-com bubble. In the dot-com bubble, it came 95%. Whether it is a dot-com bubble, or in global financial crisis, or in COVID, or in inflation. So the market can continue for years together. So let's go back to our GBP CHF, which is probably trending for quarters, if not years. Probably it is trending for multiple quarters. So if you see for last two quarters, it is trending up, as we can see from here. So that first our job is to identify those types of market which are trending. So and don't bother about it. So if we go to USD JPY, which is Girija's favorite pair. So Girija's favorite pair, USD JPY, and most of our favorite pair also. It is going up from 2021 like crazy, like crazy. The Japanese yen is depreciating, and US dollar against Japanese yen is appreciating, because this chart is for USD, which is the base currency. So base currency, the base function of the base currency is to plot the chart. So because this is US dollar is going up, and that is why the JPY is getting hammered. So this is a trending market. If this is a trending market, anyone doubts that this is not a trending market, my dear friend, for the time being? If you have any doubt, please raise your hand and say, Partha, I do not agree with your understanding. You are free to challenge or express your thoughts. If not, that will that indicates that you all believe what we are showing now. So in that case, what will happen? So we got two currency pairs in Forex asset class. I'm selecting Forex because it is the biggest one, and I think Andrew's question is related to Forex, right, Andrew?
Correct, Partha. Yep.
Fantastic, brilliant.
Yep.
All right. So this way, it is very important to mark. I have not touched. I have not yet touched Andrew's question yet, but I'm just showing you how to actually start answering the market, so that we know where to exit, how to exit, and so on and so forth. And we can see this market is trending for last 4 months, in so many weeks, in so many days, and so many 3 days, so many 2 days, and as you can see, it is trending. So what we do, we go there on the list, and then go to the Euro AUD, right click, and then go to highlight, and then highlight with a red. So maybe I can go to 8, but I don't want to go to 8. So this way, this is the starting point, my dear friend. This is the solution to your $1 million questions. Maybe what is the trend? Because we have been seeing tens of thousands of students and clients asking same question again and again in the last 15 years. What is the trend? Is it trending up? Is it trending down? Is it ranging? Is it doing what? So that is what this is a very easy way to identify the trend, because it goes on for a very long period of time. For shares, it can goes on for years. For commodity, it can goes on for months. For Forex, it can goes on for months, if not quarters, but definitely for months. All right. So identify the trend. First thing first, identify the trend, and then entry is very simple, because it is according to our strategy. It will enter, because according to our strategy. So Andrew's question is not related to entry, because entry is simple. And okay, before I come to the let me go to entry. Okay, so entry is simple. Either we take a in a trending market. You can take a sample setup. On this blue means buy, this blue means buy, this blue means buy. Of course, if the score has to be 4, we all know that. So you can take sample setup, or you can take hook entry. Hook entry is a beautiful way to maximize profit. So I'm starting to answer Andrew's question. So please, Andrew, first of all, you identify the trend, number 1. And when I say please, Andrew, means everyone. First of all, you need to identify a trend. Then only we can think of maximizing the profit. So never ever think of even in your dream, don't think of maximizing profit in a ranging market. That's a horrendous thinking, nightmare. All right. So that is why we, as Andrew also mentioned, we have our exit strategies, in which we actually eliminate maximizing the profit concept in a ranging market. So we say if you see a ranging market either through Bollinger or through or through trend detector or through Heikin-Ashi party or through pivot points, so many ways you can identify a ranging market easily. And forget about maximizing profit in a ranging market. We say straight. Now question ask 1%. So if your risk is 123, you must get out at 123. So that is not maximizing the profit. That is just following the rule. So that is for the range market. But and this question is not related to range market, and this question is related to how to maximize. So number 1 point to maximize the profit, you can note down, write it down. Number 1, it has to be trending. Whether it is trending up or down, we don't care, because if it is trending up, we'll go long. If it is trending down, someone has joined. If it is trending down, we will go down. Good afternoon, Dhanuka. How are you? Lanuka has joined. All right. So the number 1 to think of maximizing the profit potential is first of all we need to participate in a trending market. Like we saw in last 5 minutes, USD JPY is a trending market, and then the GBP CHF is a trending market, uptrending market. Euro Aussie is a downtrending market. So first of all we have to identify number 1, and number 2. And to maximize the profit, we need to minimize our risk, because if you have taken 40 pips risk and getting 400 points, that's a 10% return. But at the same time, if you are taking 100 points and getting 400 points as a return, that is only 4%. So that is why we prefer second. Write it down. Second is to identify the high probability hook entries. So we have many types of hook entries. Ben is a masterpiece in identifying the hook on the hidden convergence. So our personal preference here, after learning from all of you, is number 1 preference is hidden convergence. Hidden convergence to get into the trade. Number 1 to maximize profit. And then number 2 is hook, either in the histogram or in the or on the trend detector. Any hook, any kind of hook. Number 2. And I would say number 1A, along with hidden convergence, along with hidden, like there is a hidden convergence here, like this is a hidden convergence. Those of you who have done the module 1, unit 1 of Forex advanced course at NP Financials are well versed of hidden convergence, so I don't have to tell you. So this is a hidden convergence as well as a hook on the histogram. Brilliant. Absolutely. When we have a confluence of our proprietary strategy like hidden convergence, like hook, that is a very, very, very high probability setup. And because we are going on a hidden convergence or a hook, it is having the potential for a very low risk with the potential of very high risk, very high reward. So number two is to first identify the trend, and then identify the high probability minimum risk trade. And number 2A, that type of trades are 2A is oversold condition in an uptrending market, like oversold condition in an uptrending market, like this fellow. Oversold, we have written very oversold. VOS. Our English. Anyway, so oversold in an uptrending market. If you do not agree with our English, you can change it, mate. We don't mind. We have not invented English. Anyway, so this is oversold. Oversold condition 2A. Number 2, hidden convergence 2B, and 2C is hook entry on the histogram. 2D is hook entry on the trend detector. So these are the best of the best. 2A to 2D are the highest probability. I'm not saying 100%. They can also go and bust. But with very high probability, this probability association is the trick of the game. The maximum backtesting you have done, the best you are in a position to associate probabilities to your trade. If you have only done 50 backtesting in last 8 years for 8 instruments, you have not done enough. If you have done 500 backtesting in last 3 years, probably you have done something. I ask you to do thousands anyway, but that will take time. But at least 300 entries, like minimum, many of you have done. Kim has done, Andrew has done, Marty has done, and then Ben has done, Girija has done. Many of you have done. Yeah, many of you have done. So this probability association is the name of the game. So if we are associating 80% probability or 90% probability, we are extremely happy. If we are associating, these are some of the trades which we will later on discuss. But to just for the time being, have you understood one and number one, number two, and 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D? Have you understood this? I'm still not answered 100% questions of Andrew, but I'm going there. I'm trying my best. Any question from 1 to 2D?
All good, sir.
Very good. At least someone said. Otherwise, I thought either you have understood 100% or you have not understood anything. Anyway, sorry. All right. So if you have understood one, go. Anyone?
All good,
Oh, just said all
Partha.
good, Partha. Thanks for that. That's helpful.
Fantastic, Kim. Fantastic, Andrew. Thank you for that. All right. Now comes how do I maximize? So, we need to remember everything A to Z, as we say always, that it is our guarantee at NP Financials that we will be telling you A to Z in trading. That is our guarantee. But your job is to remember those. Your job is to remember those and apply when the market conditions are in front of you. When the knowing is one thing, knowledge is almost free nowadays thanks to ChatGPT. Although how much credibility it is associated, I don't know. You may associate a probability of 5. If you give me a chance, I will associate probability of 0% to ChatGPT in technical analysis. Anyway, so I'll go to this one. So that is our guarantee that we'll tell you A to Z. But your job is to remember everything what we said in our data foundation, and in beginners, and in for advanced, and in professionals, and apply that. So what is the principle I'm going to apply that? So far, which I have told you already, 2A to 2D are all covered in data foundation and beginners and advanced. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Yes, they are.
fantastic, Kim. Very good, excellent. I'm just trying to put them in order. So the next point which I'm going to touch is the concept which we all many times we say, that in an uptrending market, tagging is not a problem. Tagging means touching the Bollinger Band is not a problem. Ding 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 ding, touch touch touch, ding 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 ding, touch touch touch, not a problem. So touching with the swing high, like this is swing high, like this is swing high, this is swing high, this is swing high, this is swing high, touching, this is swing high. Touching or tagging is not a problem. Touching or tagging is not a problem. You can even go long here. I'm not asking you to go long here, but anyway, our strategy does not. But if you have when you have gone to a professional level, your gut actually helps you to trade more from guts, and of course in remembering everything. All right, so tagging is not a problem, so let it tag. So I'll concentrate on two trades to answer Andrew's question, which I've been discussing for last 5 or 10 minutes. To answer Andrew's question, so two of them I'll discuss. So the first one is this one, very oversold, this one, and the hook entry, hidden convergence, HC means hidden convergence, and VOS, very oversold. So this one I'll consider, this one and this one. So let's take one at a time. Ding 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 ding. All right, ding 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 ding. All right, okay. So let's take this one. Okay, so we have gone here along as per us, as per NP Financials proprietary strategy. Or we can buy here, we can buy here, we can buy here on the oversold in an uptrending market is the very high probability. Don't blame me if you are losing money 5% of the time here. Because we have our we are guarded by our general financial product advice, in which we say this is only for educational in nature. Thank you. Right. So we'll go here and our stop loss should be here. So our stop loss will be 136 points, and our initial profit target would be 540. 540. Yeah. This is because of the intervention, because of the intervention of the poor Japanese 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 Reserve Bank or National Bank, whatever they call it, Bank of Japan. Yeah, BOJ. How can I forget BOJ? Bank of Japan, a friend of Girija. All right. So this is the intervention of Japanese Bank of Japan, in which they sold USD and bought JPY 5.25% drop, and then it is not easy to bring it down against the market force. Even the Bank of Japan cannot play against the market force. What is the market force? Market force is to appreciate USD against JPY. Bank of Japan tried in 3-4 days to bring it down. They could successful only 5% to fight the market. Anyway, we are not Bank of Japan. Anyway, we have taken a trade which is 126 risk and 540. That's a 3:1. Is a good possible trade? Yes or no?
Yes.
It tried.
Yeah, at least we can expect 3%. Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good. Now comes Andrew's question: how to hang on? Because we have so many limited, so many rules. We have not so many, only 5 rules we have. Exit. Our entry is fixed. Very, very, very strict. There can be many ways to enter, but entry point is fixed. Our stop loss is fixed, absolutely fixed. We don't play with our stop loss, because we believe that trailing stop loss is a losing game. Never trail stop loss. You can all right. So then we are trying to go there, but we'll have some problem, maybe here, maybe here. Let's see, one at a time. So at NP Financials, we are extremely strong at bar by bar analysis. Bar by bar analysis, that is what we have been doing for last 15 years. And we always say each bar tells us a story. Each bar tells us a story, and we need to understand that story. We need to talk back with our own story of market understanding. That means what? We are requesting ourselves, or we are training ourselves to be in sync with the market. In sync with the market. Market cannot talk, so you have to talk from our point of view, from market point of view. Anyway, so there is no problem here. Up to this point, there is no problem here. Andrew, my dear friend, we are running a profit of 228 against a stop loss of 126. So we are 1.4% up. Andrew, any problem here?
No problem there. But you have gone through. What's that? The pink one, is that a monthly pivot?
These are monthly. These are monthly pivots. There are 3 types of pivots. There are monthly pivot. Yeah, monthly pivot.
Yeah.
Pink one is a monthly pivot. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go. Ding 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 ding. No problem. Ding 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 ding. No problem. Because there is a support here. This did not close below. We have a rule of it can break 1, cannot break 2. It did not break 2, so no problem. Ding ding ding. We are here. Very good, very good. Now something is coming here. If it is a daily line, I'll delete, because we don't draw much daily line. But if it is a monthly, I'll keep it. Okay, this is a monthly retracement. Okay, so if you are happy with the monthly retracement, you can keep. Or if you don't use monthly retracement on a Fibonacci, you can delete. Should I delete or keep it, Andrew?
You can delete it.
Okay, I deleted it. And then this is again yearly. So yearly Fibonacci, should I keep it or delete?
Delete it.
Very good. Excellent. Fantastic. I love it. All right. So this is the possible first touch. Tagging is not a problem. Touching is not a problem. Let's enjoy. Let's go. Dum 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 dum. Go up. So it is going up. Go up, going up, going up, going up. Okay. Ding ding ding. Going up, going up, going up. Going dum. It did a big jump. So we are running a profit of we are running a profit of 126 was the least, 404 pounds. Very happy. Good job done, Andrew. So we already got almost 3%. And in the meantime, we saw another hook entry here. Everyone agrees if the score is 4, this is a hook entry, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Excellent. So in this trade, we can take this trade because this trade is running at a profit of 1.26%. So we can take that. And when we are taking this, our risk is 179. So 179 for this trade and 126 for this trade. Even if with 179, we are running a profit of 1.36 because 2.13. So two trades are running, this one and this one. Forget about this one. I delete this. Forget about this one. I delete this because that's from gut. So gut feeling. Girija does that gut feeling. I also do sometimes copying Girija. Okay. Now go. You go very close, very close. When we at this time we are having sessions with Girija. Girija was saying that it will probably go again to 161. Did you say that, Girija, much before or not?
Yes. And then
Yeah.
last week you were saying it is going up 161 as well.
All right. Yeah, Girija did say that. All right. So let's concentrate on the maximizing profit questions from Andrew. So we are running against 126. Now we are running 495. So that's a 3.2%. And against this one, we are running, we took a trade of 178. We are running 300, 1.91%. Very good. Very good. So 2% from here and 3%, 5% trade is running. 5% in a week or two in Forex is an incredible opportunity which market is giving. Never ever in your dream think that in a range market you can make 0.5% in 15 days. Of course, you can make 1 or 2%, but I'm exaggerating. So what I'm trying to say that you can think of 5%, 7%, and Andrew himself in a trade got 28%, and Vijayta in a trade got 16%. These are proven by yourselves to yourself, not to anyone. Not to anyone, because you have to first accept yourself as a trader, approve yourself as a trader, and actually enjoy yourself as a trader, forex trader or commodity trader or share trader. All right. So we are running 5%, which is good. Because why this is 5% trade? Because this market was trending, number one, and we have taken in a trending market, we have taken the lowest risk. Of course, we are running this. Don't forget about this fellow, because this is a normal entry. And don't forget about this fellow, because this is a normal entry. Don't forget about this hook entry. Yeah, this is also a hook entry. I forgot that. So let's do this one also. That's a hook entry. Copy hook entry. So there can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, but we are only concentrating 2 trades. Okay. So this is normal entry. Here we can write down here. Copy a normal entry. We call it sample setup, SS. And also this is a normal entry. If you do not agree with me, let me know. So this is a normal entry, SS, and this is also a normal entry, SS. So in this example in front of us, we got 3 hook entries and 3 normal entries. You may say that is too much. I also possibly agree with that. That is why I let go the sample setup. I will take the hook entries. We'll take the magical hook entries. So I'll take the hook entry on the oversold. I'll take the hook entry on the histogram. I'll take the hook entry. We will take the hook entry here. So we are concentrating on these 3 hooks. And the second one hook which I missed, which I missed was having a risk of 107, and we are running at a 407. So that's a 4.4%. So 5 plus 4, 9% maximization of the profit automatically happening. Are you getting the point, Andrew, or everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Very good. This is automatically will happen. We don't have to. We don't have to break our head like putting thousands of lines. I was very glad Andrew told me to delete Fibonacci from the yearly and the monthly, because as such there are so many lines. So don't put more lines. Don't make your chart too busy. Too busy. Don't make your chart too busy. So the 9% trade running, except we have not added these three sample setup. We have added these three sample setup, probably 15% running. So nothing has happened here, except let me ask this question to you, because I have been talking for so much of time. So let me ask this question to you. At this point, who will be happy to close the trades with 9% or 15%, whatever it is, depending on the number of trades you have taken? If you have taken 3 trades, 9%. If you have taken 6 trades, 15% roughly. Who would be doing what at this point? Tell me. Book profit, do not book profit. If book profit, why? If not book profit, why not? Tell me. In fact, you'll be actually helping Andrew and me, of course.
As you know, my brain, I always check like if it is touching my yearly, because it was the previously as well, it is touched.
Yeah. So
So
this is the yearly. Very good. Very
yes,
good. So Girija is referring to very good, excellent answer, Girija. From Girija perspective, she will be looking for whether it is whether price is touching this yearly line, which has already touched. That's what Girija said, right, Girija?
yes, sir.
So that is from Girija. Very good answer. Anyone else?
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
For me, what I would do is I move my stop loss just to like a like 35 kind of profit, where it's like the low of that bar, right? So
This
yeah.
bar. Very
So
good.
like just in case bounce back, like going down, then I still hit profit.
Very
but
good.
I still will trade.
Very good.
That's what I would do for me, personal style.
Very good. So Girija said she will be looking for this fellow yearly resistance. Viet says he will be moving his stop loss to this point at roughly 2%, 2.5 to 4.5. 4.5 and 4.5 and 1 7%. So V8 would be moving the stop moving the profit, I would say profit, or stop, whatever you do, 7%. So V8 will be happy if market reverses. So he will be happy to book 7% profit. Girija is still hoping to get more than 9%, which can be 10 or 11%. Anyone else wants to share his or her thoughts? Because this is very important. The more you share, the more I learn.
Because another thing, sir, for another point for me is, as we can see the previous high, it is exactly near the yearly, almost touch. So that will be the high exactly is my point. Always, like, whenever my
Very
targets are.
good. Girija is expecting. All right, let's see what happened there. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, V8 survived. V8 survived. Girija survived. Both of them survived. Both of them survived. So let's delete this one because we are not. All right. So both of them are still in the game. Those of you who have not commented anything, they are not playing this game. Okay. Only me, Girija, and V8. These are the 3 people who are playing. Okay. I'll be in the game because I want to see this one. V8 is in the game, survived because the stop loss did not come. The price did not come below this. All right. So all 3 of us survived. Ding, 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 ding. No! What happened now? All right. So what we will do, everyone, including Girija and V8.
Hello?
Yeah, it takes.
Yeah. Go. Hello.
It's give me the profit what I was looking for.
So market give
Maybe
Yeah.
I book a bit of profit in that part because it's already reached above the resistance price. So I booked like, let's say like 20% of the profit, and then I just still keep the trade running, and then I can I still keep my stop loss there, but I just book some of the profit just in case. Yeah.
Anyone else wants to add anything? Because remember, we are running a profit of the 3.77 from that hook, 3.27, so that is 7% from those two, and then another 2%, so 9.5%, almost 10%. We are running a profit of 10%. So Beard says you can book this profit. Girija said she'll be booking. So yeah, so if I'm in my, I'll put my 2 cents here. Anyone wants to share any thought before I do?
But like I would just book like a portion of my trade, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
take all the trade because I still would love for the trade to keep running.
Yep.
Because of the hype of the market, whatever
Yeah.
is it, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyone wants to share anything?
One more point is that it has created 2 swing highs next to the Bollinger Band. So the trend is getting weakened.
Yeah, very good, Dhanuka. Dhanuka has repeated one foundation beginners concept, which we say after 3 or 5 peaks or swing high touches. So this is one swing high touch, this is second swing high touch, and this is possible third swing. Of course, we have not seen the third bar. But Dhanuka is saying, as per the Info Financials Forex beginners strategy, 3, 5, 7 swing high touches on the Bollinger, tagging the Bollinger can weaken the trade. Yeah, very good, Dhanuka. Very good. So Dhanuka, you'll be closing the trade here, Dhanuka?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now I'll be a little bit. Everyone is different. That is why market ticks. Market goes up and down because we all are different. So what we will do probably, because we have every one of us, even if we have a written down rule of exit, every one of us have different rules. So we also have some rules that if back to back, like this fellow, back to back, this one and this one, if back to back are closing above the Bollinger, so this close above the Bollinger, this close above the Bollinger, so we'll close 1/3. So we'll close 1/3. V8 will close 1/5, and then again we need to see 2 bars above the Bollinger Band close, we'll close 1/3. Otherwise, if there is a here, how to maximize the profit? If there is a sometimes I get stuck. If there is a crack and snapback, on the Bollinger, like this fellow, crack and snapback on the Bollinger and low taken out, so we'll close the 1/3. So let's say what is that? So crack and snapback. So we'll be closing one. We have closed 1/3 here because of the Bollinger Band. We'll close 1/3 if this low is taken out by 20 points. If this low, even if it is not a rule of 4. Even if it is not rule of 4, so we are happy with 10% trade. 10% profit will actually pass our audition. If you are $1 million trading, $1 million trade, and have paid only 1% of it, then 10% is the passing mark of that audition. And in one trade, if you make 10%, that is good enough, isn't it? So we got 10%. So we'll be possibly looking for crack and snapback on this one and rule of 4 to get out. Or we'll be closing this fellow. We have already closed 1/3 here. We'll be closing 1/3 if this goes 30 points beyond that. Yeah, we're still in the game. Because nothing has happened. Ding, 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 ding. And then we'll be moving 30 points here to close 1/3. We have only closed 1/3. Oh, more profit, unbelievable. More and more profit our way. So those people who chose not to say anything, they are probably running the trade here with 4% trade, is 4% trade from here, 4% from there, 8%, and then 3%, 11% profit. V8, Girija, and everyone, what would be doing?
So I will move my stop loss to the around the resistance line.
Yeah.
So I book the profit there, but then I still keep the trade running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyone else? So we all are running. And here, if you remember, my dear friend, those of you who loves bar chart and does not like candlestick, so I'll change this to bar chart. Here, my dear friend, we saw something and we gave a call in our client's arena. In our client's arena, we gave a call to go short at 160.90. Who remembered that call?
That's sorry. Can
Yeah, go.
That's a beautiful divergence we can see.
Oh, Girija, you did it. You did it. She says that's a beautiful relative divergence. Relative divergence. That's a wonderful relative divergence there. And that is why we gave the call of where is my chart? I lost my chart. Yeah. So that's a relative divergence happening there. That's a relative divergence possible happening. Yeah, possible. I'm not saying happened. Who believe that there is a possible relative divergence? There's a possible relative divergence. That is why we gave a call at our trade idea. Where is that gone now? Trade idea. If we go back, USD JPY on that date, we gave a call that to go short whenever it comes. Thanks to Telstra. They claim that it is 100 MB per second, but we get 1 MB per second. But anyway, so we said that from the 1st July, we said USD JPY to short 160.90, possible daily relative divergence. Ding, 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 ding. Possible daily relative divergence. So on 1st of July, we saw that possible relative divergence. We don't know the third bar, but how can we can say possible? Because we have a thing, every one of us having a thing called gut, G-U-T, gut. And not only have the gut, but also we have gut feeling. I don't know how many of are not having the gut or not having the gut feeling. Anyone? So when we are giving a short entry here, we'll close all our trades. I hope I have explained to some extent questions of what to do and how to maximize the trade, starting from identification of a trending market, following 2A, 2B, 2C, 2D, and then maximizing the profit will automatically happen in a trending market. And after that, we close the trade there at 10 or 11%, and then take a short. We are happy, we are not happy, we are happy, we are more happy, and that's the end of the story. Did I answer your question, Andrew?
Yeah, wasn't quite the answer I was expecting, but sounds like the answer is to have a good entry to make the exit.
Have a good entry on a trending market.
That's right.
Have it on a trending market.
Yeah.
On a trending market. That is the answer.
That's right.
That is why I started from entry. That is why I started from before entry, to identify the market.
Yeah.
And we identified three markets. We identified USD JPY, GBP CHF, and Euro AUD. If I would have time, I would have explained the same thing on GBP CHF, and again I would have started with the Euro AUD also. Anyone having any related questions here? All right. If not, I believe that I have tried to answer Andrew's question. Then we'll go to questions from Vijayta. So please show examples of long, high probability trade. Vijayta is doing good in asking these questions because, see, look at her questions. She is by profession is a medicine practitioner. That means she is having some brain in her head. Vijayta, I know you're listening. Anyway, sorry for that. No, I'm just praising Vijayta that she's asking question related to high probability setup. That means what? High probability setups only happens in a trending market, and high probability setups only happens if we have a low risk. If we have a trending market and a low risk, then is the game is on. Okay. So that is what Girija is considering. Vijayta is considering. I'm so happy that she is asking remarkable questions. And she is only concentrating on the high probability setups, which is based on trend and which is based on low risk. So one by one, please show examples of long high probability setup on 12-hour time frame for any currency pair for the last week. Please show examples of short high probability setup. So I can club these two. Please show examples of two overbought. Okay, this is the third question. Is currently ABO. This is the fourth question. Is short term next week trend. Okay, fifth question. I'll club these two questions. So 12 hourly. She's asking questions on 12 hourly. So let me bring my 12 hourly chart in front of us. Yeah, this is our 12 hourly chart in front of us. So the question goes like this. Please show examples of long high probability trade setups on 12 hourly. Okay, this is excellent question. She's talking about high probability setup. So what is high probability setup? If you have backtested 2000 3000s of in your journal, then you got a success rate of more than 77%, 80%, 85%, then I would say that is a high probability trade setups. And the sample size should be meaningful. We cannot say that, oh, I have tested 10 of them and 5 of them were successful. That is, yeah, I don't know what is the English, but that is not correct. That is incorrect. That is incorrect. So if you see, I have got at least 100 entries, and I saw the high probability setup is 2TP, a turning point, or LCTP, line chart turning point, or oversold in an uptrending market, or overbought in an downtrending market. I believe you are on the game and you are doing the high probability trade setup. Okay, so let's see a few of them. Long means I'll only concentrate on the one which are going long. Okay, in last, she has asked last week, only last week, 12 hour last week. So last week started from 1st of July. All right, 1st of July, 12 hour high probability trade setups in GBP CHF. I would say there is none. There is a sample setup here. There is a sample setup which is made money, which has made good money. So this is a sample setup which made good money, because we have a stop loss of 85 and we book the profit 75. Not bad. So I would not say this is a high probability setup. Why? Anyone? Anyone agree or disagree? Why I'm not saying that is a high probability setup here on this date, which is last week? To answer Vijayta's question, 1st of July 0900. Anyone?
Because we are already into the continuation.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, Girija, you got 100 out of 100. We are already overbought, so although overbought can continue to tagging is not a problem. First tag with a swing high, second tag with a swing high, probably third tag with a swing high will happen in future. But this is not a high probability setup. To answer Vijayta's question, the high probability setup for this week is starting from here, which is 20th of June is not last week, 21st of June is not last week, 28th of June is not last week. So there is no high probability setup on GBP CHA, Vijayta, sorry. Then I'll go to USD JPY. And then I'll go to 12 hourly, because he's asking 12 hourly question. You remember, in 12 hourly we do not have a hook entry, right? We do not have a hook entry. So the last week in the USD JPY, this is 7th of June, not at all. 17th of June, not at all. So the first one, 27th of June, this is not last week. This is not last week. It's already above 20. So this is not a sample setup. So there is none in USD JPY, none. Let's go to Euro AUD. She's only asking high probability trade setup. So I'll have to answer that question exactly the way she is looking for. Last week starts from 1st of July. So this is a okay, because this, and probably not a bad trade in the terms of reward to risk, because our risk is 106, and no, that's not a 8.8%, not a bad one, but not a bad one. What about this one? This is on 2nd of July. Yeah, 2nd of July, I would say is a relatively not, I would say, not a very high probability, but a mediumly well placed opportunity here. because the trend is down, ding, 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 the trend is down, in a trend. If a trend is down, and if it is going up to the overbought condition, if it is going to overbought condition, like this fellow, or this fellow, overbought condition here, the black line has crossed the red line, overbought condition here because it has touched the upper shadow, and then it is coming to a turning point. They're doing a turning point. Well, that's the practice task which many of you are doing. Tyron is doing this line chart practice task. So this is a medium probability, Vijayta. I would not on this as a high probability. Okay, forget about it. There is not much. There is no high probability. Go to AUD. Aussie. Oy. Ooh, look at this fellow. All right. Now, high probability setups, 18th of June, 2nd of July. Not bad. This is the highest probability trade setup for last week for Vijayta on Aussie dollar on 2nd of July, 2100. That means this bar opens at 9 o'clock in the evening and closes at 9 o'clock next day in the morning. So this is a very high probability setup. Who can tell me why and why? 2nd July 21. We'll go here with a risk of 46 as a profit of 43, 1% in a ranging market. I said this is a high probability setup. Anyone?
So low risk.
Low risk, yes. Good. Andrew, thank you. Anything else? Andrew said low risk. Yeah. 46 is low risk. Yeah, absolutely. Anyone, anything I'm seeing what you are not seeing, or you are seeing what I'm not seeing?
Is there any divergence there?
Is there any divergence there? Yeah, my dear friend, you are a killer. You are a killer, mate. Kim.
28th June, yeah.
Who is that? Is it
No,
Kim?
from the 28th of June.
Yeah. So that's a hidden divergence. That's a hidden divergence. Kim is practicing this. So this is a hidden divergence here. That's a brilliant point to enter. And also this is a two turning point. One on the bar chart, turning point, blue histogram touching the line, and one on this line chart, histogram turning point. So 2TP is a high probability trade setup. Vijayta, you already know that. So that is the high probability trade setup for Euro. Woo, look at this fellow. Euro CAD.
And into this range, as per me, sir, the pivot monthly was working as a support.
Yes. I was expecting that. When our price line was kissing the pivot point, and price was supported by our price line. Price was supported by our pivot point, and market went boom, still going up. Very good. Very well done. EuroCAD. Let's see high probability trade setups. You also can contribute here. Those of you who are looking for high probability trade setups for like Vijayta, you can also contribute. I would not say this is high probability because there is a resistance there. This is a resistance there. There is none here, Vijayta. Sorry. Next. I'm also looking for short opportunity, Vijayta, if any. This is a good one. Why? This is a good one. Why? This is a good probability trade, high probability trade setup, my dear friend. Exactly same in Aussie, because it's having a turning point here on the bar chart, turning point before that on the line chart, 27th of June and 3rd of July. And then we have, let's calculate the risk. The risk is 49 and the reward is 67. Oh, good one, Vijayta. We got second one for you, Vijayta. This is a normal standard setup, because we do not have hook on the for 12 power. So this is a normal high probability setup, Vijayta. GBP AUD. Vijayta is asking, oh, I'll not touch this one. Why? Ranging. Look at this fellow. Thanks, Kim. Look at this fellow. Red, green. What the hell is going on? I don't know. We go to GBP USD. Not even touch, not even bothered to look. Don't hate range market. Start hating range market, because we all lose including me in a range market. But we have somehow developed a skill to hate range. Oh my God, Vijayta, you got one more. one more high probability trade setup in the form of 2 TP with a risk of 86 and a profit of 107. Very good. So I have showed you 3 high probability trade setups, one in GBP USD, one in Euro USD, and one in Aussie USD. Vijeta, I know you are on a phone, you cannot talk because you are in a workplace. But anyway, I've tried to answer your questions. Any one of you, did I answer Vijeta's first 2 questions? Yes or no? On behalf of Vijeta?
I'll say yes.
Thank you, Kim. You saved my life. Okay, number 3. Please show example of 2 overbought, 2 oversold for 12-hour time frame for any kind. This is an easy one for me. Easy one for me. Vijay, 2 overbought, 2 oversold. I can blindly show you. All right, let me try. Let me try. All right. 2 overbought, 2 oversold. This is a oversold here. I'll try first with my favorite USD JPY. Did she say last week or not? Did she mention last week? Did it? Please show example 2 overbought oversold for any currency pair for 12-hour time frame. She did not make say. What do you think? Should I show only last week or current ones? What do you think, Vijay? Because Vijayta cannot talk. Vijayta, you can type actually. You can type, and I don't know how easy for you it will be to, because she's a physiotherapist and she is working today. What should I do? Last week or last 2 weeks?
No, current.
Current last 2 weeks or last week?
Last week.
Last week. Kim is a dictator. He's asking me to do last week. All right, last week. Please, I know Kim for last 14 years, so I can use some terms. Please show example of 2 overbought and 2 oversold for 12-hour time frame for any currency pair. Okay, let me try this one. All right. I'll quickly go with AUD USD last week. No, this is USD JPY over. This is a very little overbought here. Vijayta, this is a very overbought on 2nd of July, in which we have seen a relative divergence also, and then we saw a normal divergence. So normal divergence. Overbought is not a problem, Vijayta, or anyone. Overbought is not a problem because this can stay for overbought for very long period of time. Very long period of time. But overbought followed by divergence, relative or normal is a killer. And that too, the bar has to close below this. So that's a possible over. I'll quickly scan Euro Aussie. Nothing, because it has not touched, and Kim has told me only to show the last week. Yeah, this is overshow. Oh, this is a killer. Vijayta and Kim and others. This is BFFD is 40.21, which is overbought. Overbought condition in a downtrending market. There you go, boom. Okay, that's a definite overbought, Vijayta. And then Euro USD. This is not, Vijayta. No, this is not. And this has gone to 26th of June. So Kim has restricted me. So this is a kind of start of the overbought, because this is a breakout gap. There are 3 types of gaps: breakout gap, continuation gap, and exhaustion gap. So this is a breakout gap, breaking the trend line. When a breakout gap happens with a overbought, we will neglect this overbought. We never think that this overbought will bring this to zero. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And it has not broken 2 as per our rule. What else? What else? Go. Any question?
For the benefit of everyone who wants to get clarity on the overbought, oversold, you can extend it. I was just looking for current setups. So feel free to do 2 weeks or whatever.
Very good. Very good. Now, as Kim has told me, so I'll do that. Very simple. You can do this thing. Right click on the settings. Let me maximize this. Right click on the settings and then go to settings and then go to color zone and make the add color zone and BFFD, D for divergence above the resistance line, divergence above the overbought. Where is overbought? Divergence above the overbought line, make it red. That means it is overbought there. make it red, make it big, ding, 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 and make it 259, 255, 0, 0. So that is fine, and make it the, oh my god, that is a real overbought. And then same thing, do add here, and then do B triple FD for everyone benefit. Kim has asked me to do so, so I'll do so. Oversold, and take this out and take this, make this over green. I prefer blue. Make this blue, make it 0. I a little bit 0, make it 255. Ah, that is overshot. So Vijayta and everyone, thanks to Kim, brilliant suggestion, Kim. So this is overbought here, and this is oversold here. Sorry, my mistake. This is oversold here. This is oversold here. This is overbought here. This is overbought here. This is overbought here on the divergence line. This is number one, and number two is if price is closing below the Bollinger, oversold. So this is oversold below the price line, oversold below the Bollinger, and this is also oversold blue. Then this is 2, 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Did better this time, Kim?
Okay, you trying. So we'll be grateful for the learnings we're receiving.
Thank you, mate. Anytime. So this is overbought also because price has closed above the Bollinger and also above this black line is above the red line. All right. So I think I have showed you that 2 questions of overbought. Did I cover all the currency pairs? I think so. I covered USD JPY, I covered Euro Z. This is, I told you, it can stay overbought for a very long period of time. Not a problem, not at all a problem. Did I miss anything? I don't know. No, nothing missed. So those questions are answered, Vijayta. Very good question, excellent question. Next question is currently ABO at yearly pivot for Aussie dollar. What is ABO?
All buyers out.
Very good. You know it all. All buyers out. At again, you have not mentioned the time frame. I believe you are asking for a daily for Aussie dollar. So let's go to Aussie dollar. And you are also saying the yearly pivot. So I'll make this pivot as yearly. Yearly, ding. Make this as 4. Make this as full. Make this as 3. Make this as dotted 1. Make this as 2. Make this as dotted 3. Make this as 2. Make this dotted 4. Similarly, pivot. Make this as 4. Confirm line. This fellow, make this support 2 and dotted 4, and make this blue. No, I should say, forget about it. I should change this to green because everything is green. All right, support 2, support 1 is done. Okay, support 2, do this and then do this. Support 3, do this and then do this. Support 4, do this and undo that. All right, so that is to satisfy, and then name it. Okay, yearly. So that is what to, for me to understand what Vijayta is asking. Take this Bollinger out. Vijayta, everyone understood what Vijayta is asking? Yes, no?
No.
Anyone who understood? Yes. Vijayta's question. So no one here, is it? Or your mic is not working?
Understood. Yep.
Who's that? Whose voice was that?
Yeah, understood, Partha. Ben.
Ben. Hey, Ben. Tell me what did you understand Vijayta's question to Kim? You have to explain to Kim because Kim says no. You say yes. Ben, please.
From what I could see, she was wondering whether it was an all buyers out bar for that last bar hitting the yearly pivot, and to me, I wouldn't see that as an all buyers out myself because it's closed above, and I would carry on.
Brilliant, fantastic, very good. So now, Kim, did Wayne answer your question? What Vijayta is asking?
Thanks, Ben.
Brilliant. Yeah, I would also agree with Ben. To answer Vijayta's question, my answer would be no, because it has closed above, and there is a rule of 4: close above, touch where bullish bar and high taken out. And look at this fellow for the last, starting from the year, from the start of the year, after it has done the rule of 4 to the downside. After it has done the rule of 4 to the downside from the yearly pivot, it went straight to the yearly support. Straight to the yearly support. A yearly support. You can also write yearly if you mind. If you don't mind, you can write yearly. Yearly at 64.10, and oh my God, look at this. It did a crack and snap back from yearly pivot to the yearly support and back to the yearly pivot. How good is that? Price is like water. It moves in this least resistance or support line. If there is too much of support, it will go up. If there is too much of resistance, it will go down. So I agree with Ben that it is not all buyers out ABO at yearly pivot this time. Vijayta, anyone disagreeing with me and Ben? If yes, please raise your hand and say why you are disagreeing. Anyone? Viet has done a tremendous job on identifying ABO, ASO in a lovely way. The layout he is using, that font, using the color he is using is brilliant. Ridiculously brilliant. I don't know whether the correct English or not. But anyway, Viet, you're doing a good job, Viet. Anyone else? So everyone agrees that this is not a all buyers out, my dear friend. Last question. Possible short-term next week trend for dollar index. Dollar index and Aussie. And can you please record this? I mean, unable to attend. Okay. So Vijayta is not attending, unfortunately. So please, a possible short trade for dollar index and Aussie. First, Aussie, we are already in. We are already in here. So from the daily perspective, I would presume that this is a possible break of the ranging market, horrible ranging market it was having for so many days from here to here. So and then oh my God, yeah, I'll say that I'll stick to that. So this is a range which is broken here, touch above, close below, touch close above, high taken out. All those things happen. If I extend this to one bar to the right hand side, ding ding ding, and oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, and then ding 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 ding. Yeah. So rule of 4 happened there. So what I do with Vijayta, to answer your question, I'll just copy this and paste it here. Copy this and paste it here. I believe with a probability associated with it, Aussie dollar can go up to this yearly. Configure this line and make it yearly. Ding 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 ding. Yearly, not yearly. And then display price and middle. So Vijayta, we can have a target of 68.25 if it is not a crack, if it is not doing a crack and snapback. If it is not doing a crack and snapback here, we have a possible target of 68.25, and then and again we need to see a crack and snapback there. If not, then happy days, Dario. Happy days, Dario. Possibly we are going to another one, 70.15. Who believe Aussie is having the strength to go up to that? Yes, Kim.
I think it's feasible that it can get to 69.
Yeah.
But that's
Absolutely.
just guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So we need to understand if it is doing a crack and snap back here, or any pivot, or this line, or this target, and this target, and so on and so forth. So this is the uptrending up long bias on the Aussie dollar, Vijayta. And now the next one is the dollar index. Vijayta's last question. In the meantime, you can also ask any questions if you have. If you have any question, please unmute and then ask. Or Marty will start in 5-6 minutes. So dollar basket. Okay, so there is another one here. This is a monthly Fibonacci delete, and you asked me to do so yearly. So what I'll do, I'll change this color to red because price has already crossed, and type in yearly because that's a yearly resistance, and make it this one here 10460. 10460 is a yearly resistance, so it has done three rules. It has already done three rules. Touch bearish bar, close below. The only next low to be taken out for this fellow to go to 10396, 10380, because they are our yearly supports. So do you agree with me in my understanding? You may agree or disagree. If you disagree, let me know why you're disagreeing. If you're agreeing, let me know if you're agreeing. If you want to keep quiet, you have the legal right to keep quiet. All right. So the Vijay answers. Go. Anyone?
Hey, Partha, do you see any probability of a crack and snap happening on that yearly support line you've drawn there?
You mean this one?
That one, yep.
To the upside, this one here?
Yep.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Excellent question from Marty. Everyone understood what Marty is asking?
Yes.
Very good. Excellent.
Yes.
Marty has asked me a difficult question, so I'll take advantage of two more things just to check. First of all, my friend, 200, you are missing me. Oh, okay, I'm missing you. So 200 is there, so that is one check. And the number to check I want to do is the 50. Where are you? It is so that is 50. So I check 50 is above the 200. 50 is above the 200 and price is below the 50 and above the 200. Quite a dicey situation, isn't it? All right. But market can and will do whatever it does. Market can and will do whatever it does. To answer Marty's question, Marty is very cleverly put this question. This is brilliant question. So there is a rejection there. There is a crack and snap back there. There is a break there. There is a support there. Same line, my dear friend. There is a break there. There is a crack and snap back there. There is a crack and snap back there. There is a crack and snap back there. Now Marty is asking, will there be a crack and snap back? God knows, Marty. I don't know. All right. But the answer to that question is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. 9 times it has done that support, resistance, and crack and snap back on that line. I'll play it safe. Marty. I believe that if it has done the three things, so if it is doing the fourth thing, that is low taken out by 10-20 points, then there will not be possibly crack and snap back. But if we tomorrow see the bar is opening and closing above this one, then we'll see. We do not predict. We'll see that there is a crack and snap back, and that will be a rule of 4. Touch, close above, and then a bearish bullish bar and a high taken out. Then I'll say yes, there has been one, but so far I'll be having a bearish outlook here. Marty, did I answer your difficult question?
Yeah, I'm happy with the answer.
Yeah, fantastic. All right. So before I request Marty to take over, you have 2 minutes. You can ask me any questions so far we have discussed, or anything you have, or anything in your mind.
Do you have a favorite commodity at the moment, Partha?
Brilliant question. Yes, I do have my favorite and Ben Perkins' favorite, live cattle and natural gas. Oh, look at this fella. Look at this fella. So if I go to our commodity, ding, 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 load workspace commodity, to answer Marty's question, I have two, like I showed you, we have identified 3. We have identified 3 in the Forex, which is USD, JPY, GBP, CHF, and now and Euro Aussie to the downside. And now it can be interesting to see if the dollar index is going down. If the dollar index is going down, then we'll have an interesting thing in the form of all other currencies which are plotted against the US dollar, like Euro, Sterling, and Aussie, will possibly go up. So live cattle is LC. So if I bring our commodity trading strategy here, live cattle is going up. We got an opportunity here to go long in the month of 15th of April. We had a short correction here a little bit, which did not do anything. We have to reverse this on a breakout gap, and then we had a long here. We had a long here. So that's a good one on the live cattle. And during this time, while the live cattle was doing this, we have this favorite live cattle. We had our in the break in the asset class evaluation in commodities. If we are still surviving, yeah. In the commodity, we already posted. In the commodity, already our asset class evaluation also these are captured for last 10 years, 15 years, for all the 8 currency pairs, all the 8 commodities, for all the 8 shares. When something is done by the market at times, so they come almost true for 70-80% of the time. So we say live cattle has done a tremendous job here. This gap is the same as this gap, and this gap. So we say that if it is getting a resistance from all these things, then possibly we'll come back and retest this gap here. That is what we posted on 5th of July. 5th of July on live cattle. For this one here, live cattle is our favorite now, and natural gas is also to the downside, is not a bad one. It did went up long for a very long period of time, and then it is now doing a little bit of correction. We had a sample setup to go short here. We had some, but this did not trigger. This did not. I was talking about this long, which got triggered here, which got triggered here. This short did not trigger. This short did not trigger. That means we have not taken this trade because this is not triggered. This long triggered. This short did not trigger. This long did not trigger, and we have a short. So to answer Marty's question, I have live cattle as our favorite on the commodity, and natural gas as our commodity. Of course, we have gold and high-grade copper. High-grade copper is beautiful along with gold. Ding, 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 ding. Ben, any favorite on the commodity, your side? High-grade copper is probably going good, doing good.
Yeah,
Go, Ben.
I've been enjoying the natural gas short for quite a while. And one I'm sort of interested in, which isn't on the list, is corn and Chicago wheat.
Ooh, corn and Chicago wheat. Yeah, we used to trade this. Nowadays we have stopped because we are limited by 8. 8 is our favorite number. So look at this, my dear friend. Short trade here, short trade there. Beautiful. This did not trigger to the upside. Excellent, Ben. Very nice. And then we have wheat. Did you say wheat? Did you?
Yeah, that's right, mate.
Chicago wheat. Oh, brilliant. We have got an opportunity there to go short. We have an opportunity to go long here. Market God is very favoring this commodity market now. Mother Nature. She went long here. She went long here. She went short here. Very good. Thank you very much. So I added 2 cents to Marty's question in the form of live cattle, natural gas, and thanks to Ben added 98 cents to Marty's question. Marty, are you happy?
Extremely happy.
So if you are happy, now it is your time to take over and help us understanding the market from your perspective, and also please introduce us to Ask Me Anything with the sample questions which we can do with your a wonderful Elliott Wave Discord room. Please, Marty, over to you.
Okay. Let me share my screen. We'll stick with this screen here. Now, can everybody see? Are we all happy?
This thing is
Yeah, we
coming.
can see.
Yeah, we can see more.
Okay. So what we have on this Discord is we've opened up a new section down here called Ask Me Anything for the Elliott Wave Discord. So all this means is, so we come here and I post news or whatever about interesting things happening around the world. And I have my Elliott Wave trades here. Okay, so when you're a member, you can ask me about the news that I post, like why I put it in there, and how it will relate to any Elliott Wave Discord trades that get posted on here. Okay, as well as that, with this Ask Me Anything, you're quite happy to ask me anything about how to trade Elliott Waves, how to label your charts, anything technical analysis wise, so how to use trend lines, supports, resistance, what interest rates mean, how to take advantage of such things like this in the markets, why I look at joblessness and the likes like that. So it's really a channel where you can use that to get trained up, so to speak, instead of going through the other avenue, which is through the NP Financials website. So that's an addition there. As well as that, if you request, I will make short videos on any Elliott Wave trades that I post as well, if that will help you out. Okay, so it's all there to help you progress, and it's more to understand the macro side of things so that we can have a more informed decision of what's happening around the place now. Okay, so I'll go over a couple of these things that I post in here throughout the rest of this chat today, but funnily enough, me and Partha all want to talk about the same things today. Okay, so Partha touched on the Japanese bank intervention. Okay, because the Japanese here, they didn't want their currency to go any less than 160 yen to the dollar. Okay, and all they could afford was 62 billion to try and stop the yen collapsing. Okay, that amounts to or whatever it is there. There's a couple of. So again here, Reuters, another good news website here. Again, Japan spent 9.79 trillion yen to pop up the currency. Okay, so when the US dollar is too strong against a currency, it sort of destroys their economy in a way. And again, just from another news source, Bloomberg, it's all the same stuff. Okay, so this is what you actually call market manipulation. It's not what someone on YouTube would say if they get stopped out on a trade by 20 points or something silly like that. That's actually market manipulation here. So again, if we look at the wave analysis of the dollar yen, we can see we're counting to 5. We have 1 in blue, 2 in blue. We're currently in a 3 of blue on the monthly. Okay, so this is our macro view. We need to understand what's happening on the longer term. Okay, so Now we come down to our weekly. Well, before we go to the weekly, in green we have 1, 2, and 3. I think this third wave is just about complete, meaning we have to have a fall as a retracement, and then again we should go up. Okay, so again in black, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe this last 5th wave is almost complete. So again, that last wave we were looking at in black before, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so this is what's called a 5th wave extension. This part here, where the last wave up also has 1, 2, 3, 4, and last wave up, and even this last little wave has another 5th wave extension. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this little wave, 1, 2, maybe 3. Let's look closer. And again, do we remember the channels? We touch 4 times. 1, 2, 3. We've touched the 4th time, indicating that this is about the end of this wave. We've also got a smaller channel on this last wave here, touching 1, 2, 3, 4 times, indicating that this here is also close to being finished. So this 1, 2 in green here is what we were looking at here, I believe, the 11th of February. Yep, so in February here, we have 1, 2 in green. So this last subwave going up consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our last 5th wave extension. Okay, so just change the color for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5. So this 3, 4 in blue on our 4 hour is this here, 3 and 4. So there's 2 possibilities here. Okay. So in green, 1, 2, potentially 3, potentially 4, and 5. So why I've put a question mark here, if this was 5, completing all those waves, I would think that this reversal would be a lot more dramatic. Okay, so another possibility is 1, 2 of a very small last subwave up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 one more time before we see our bigger correction. However, if we look at a smaller time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that could be our first impulsive wave down, potentially. Okay, so it's pretty close to finished, if not finished about now. So these patterns show us that even though the Ministry of Finance in Japan tried to curve their currency, these patterns are stronger, showing there's more money involved in the USD to what the Japanese can really compete with. Okay. So that was just a sort of quick run through on the dollar yen. Some other things I would like to touch on. Anyone have any questions about that at all?
Like, but then if they print out a lot of money, doesn't that mean the yen potentially get weakened over time? Like, yeah, it's bummed now, but to like compete with the USD, but then it's kind of gonna fall eventually.
Yeah, absolutely. So the more money they print, the less purchasing power the Japanese will have with their dollar. Well, their yen, I should say.
Yeah, because like both try to just print out the money to compete in the sense of like economic power, but then but then actually the value of the yen or the dollar is weakened a lot.
Yeah. Yep. So again, the more money that gets thrown into the yen from the Ministry of Finance or the Bank of Japan, the less purchasing power the yen will have, the more dollars are available. So there's a lot of supply, meaning less demand, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I don't know if I've got time to go over the rest of this stuff today, but we have China. So I don't know if everyone's aware, but China has a really big property crisis at the moment. So it's huge. They can house all the residents in China in the vacant buildings that they've built. Okay, that's how many extra buildings they have. At the beginning, 310 billion USD. So they've had their major company, Evergrande, has gone liquid. So they owed investors 2 trillion RMB, so 310 billion USD. They also have Country Garden as well, which isn't looking good at all. Okay, so that's pretty big. Okay, this will all come together soon.
So all those empty apartments are for those abandoned EVs sitting in parking lots.
Yep, that's right. We're getting there. According to Goldman Sachs, the total value of unsold homes is 30 trillion yuan, so 4.1 trillion USD. So pretty big dollars there for this government to try and fix. We also have, I'm sort of running through this pretty quick. I can't find what I really want to show you, but with all these properties that are all vacant and nothing happening to them, they can't afford to build anymore. They can't afford to build any more infrastructure and do much more manufacturing. Okay, they have to keep their money sort of locked into China at the moment to sort out their problems. And not only that, we've also come across these tariffs. Okay, so as was just mentioned, one of China's biggest exports, these electric vehicles. Okay, so with this tariff, it makes them unaffordable to be imported into America. And the European nation has already raised tariffs as well. So the exports are going to slow down. Okay, so again, US raised tariffs on China and wants Europe to support it. So China's top exports, number 3, with a measly 150 billion for electric vehicles. So things that get used in the construction of electric vehicles and in construction of houses, which doesn't happen anymore with the failure of these huge building companies. We have things like rebar and steel. Okay, so this should mean the demand for iron ore is not as high anymore. Okay, so there's no need for the iron ore. So we look at what the chart wants to tell us about iron ore. Okay. So this is our iron ore chart. So we can see something like our 1, our 2, our 3, our 4, and our 5th wave down here has to go below this guy here. Okay, so let's look at this last little wave here. On a closer sort of time frame, we'll look at the daily. So that was our big wave before, was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now this wave here, this last little wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 5 having to go below this guy here. Now 3, which should also be below this fellow here. Okay. And we've also got a bit of a touch on this. What is it, a moving average? A 200 moving average. So potentially this guy here could be a good short for yourself, especially if we start drawing trend lines and such like that. But on the smaller time frame, you'll get a better understanding of what's happening. Okay, so I have pending orders short on this guy here. Path also touched on natural gas. That's another one I'm actually long on natural gas. So we have 1, 2 down here, 3. This is 4, I believe, which could be close to finished, where we will see a 5th wave to go above this here. Okay, so if I go back to our weekly, yeah. Oh, well, we can leave this Fibonacci thing here. We've hit our 50%, getting close to our 61.8. Okay, so I'd be looking for reversals on this natural gas. We come down to our 4 hour. So something I like to do when I think something's about to turn around, I like to start drawing trend lines. Okay, so I'd be looking for a break above something like this. and the rule of 4 with the high taken out, bullish bar, and away we go. Okay, so I like natural gas because Russia was one of the biggest exporters of it. They have their big pipeline, which has been blown apart. The next biggest exporter of natural gas is the US, and that's right up the top of America. And coming into winter, it's likely they will get some winter storms, which may freeze their pipelines over, which limits supply, which means demand for natural gas. Okay, so I think that's about all I had quickly today. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to ask. So this is the Nord Stream. This is one of their pipelines to Europe.
Why do you think the Americans blew up the Nord Stream pipeline?
I don't think they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. I think the Ukrainians might have had something to do with it.
Well, then it's the Americans.
I will
think
say it's a lack of maintenance. So I don't know what to believe.
I think it's in the sense of they want to control it rather than that's why they want to do it. Macro level.
Sorry, please say that again.
I think they want to control it. That's why they do what they did. They did what they did.
Okay, that's a good outlook.
That's why they, because like the macro level, they want to compete with Russia, right? And they want to control the how to say, like the race of Russia in the sense of, because Russia fight Ukraine. So what American did mainly is to reduce the influence of Russia into the European. Is that what they did?
Okay.
I think so. In my own opinion. Yep.
Okay, well, either way, they have a busted pipeline. Russia also has sanctions where the United States won't take any of their gas. So as well as that, there's going to be a lot more demand for the gas. So
yeah, like even if you see at this table, right, you can see the competition there, right? And the United States always kind of want to reduce the power of Russia. That's why they did what they did, in a sense, just to prevail to hold their own power in the sense of the natural gas production.
Okay. So does that mean to you that natural gas is likely to rise or fall?
I can't say that. I'm just talking about in the sense of macro level. But even that, right, to answer your question, I think all natural energy will rise because of all the demand and the scarcity that we have. So it tends to rise over time. And yeah, I think so. Yeah. I wouldn't say more. Yeah.
Great stuff.
Could be. You never know, right?
Never know.
You just play with the game in a sense.
Yeah. So anything else, Partha, before we wrap up today?
That was fantastic, Marty. Really appreciate your broad view and all the fundamental aspects of why it is happening, what it is happening, and when. That was brilliant. So anyone having any questions to Marty, you have 1 minute.
Appreciate your insights.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Marty.
Another thing I'd like to point out here,
Go.
we have reached a new high, higher than this guy here. This can be our new impulsive wave in formation. Okay. So that's all I wanted to point out.
Very strong technical there. It's a very subtle observation, but very strong. Good that, Marty, you did that observation.
Yeah, I'm watching that gap fill that it's about to come down to, plus that hammer candle right behind it. A nice little area of support straight through there.
Down here.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a gap fill that it hasn't filled yet currently.
Okay.
Marty, I have a question.
Go.
What is your opinion on the gold market? Do you think it's still going up, or it is a trend reversal?
On a macro scale,
Yes.
I'm very much inclined to be bullish on gold.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
Can you give us the reason why?
There is so much instability in the world at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with that.
As well as that, because of the instability, people are rushing to safe haven assets as a store of value. Okay, so gold would be good as an asset, possibly Bitcoin as well as a store of value, not as a liquid exchange, but just as something as value. It's quite possible that will rise as well. And as well as US dollars, people will be reluctant to spend their dollars. So I would have a long-term outlook of a bullish stance on the USD.
Yeah, but because of the instability of the market, I feel like there's a big possibility of like a big correction, and which mean gold still will going down, but will going down less compared to other assets, you know, but it's still gonna go down. In a sense, just my thought. But
I think you're probably right.
But then, to your point, like you're right in the sense of like it's still like a safest asset, you know, and people will still kind of get into it. But for me personally, like not now, you know, not at this moment. Yeah, I'd rather hold cash.
Yep. So Americans would like to hold their cash as well, which is why I'd likely to be bullish on the US dollar. Just quickly, Rivian is an electric vehicle manufacturer in America. Okay, so there's not as many exports, well, pretty much no exports of Chinese electric vehicles coming into America. We have Rivian, a big sort of bottoming formation here. Okay, we're sort of starting to see a bit of bullishness here. On my news and events, I published Rivian teams up with Volkswagen, making a $5 billion deal. So quite potentially a lot of money can start flowing into Rivian. Okay. But anyway, that's enough for today.
Thank you so much, Marty.
Thank you so much, Marty. Thank you all for your
Thanks,
time
Marty.
and questions. Brilliant sessions. Thank you. Thank you all. Till we see next time, next
Thank
Sunday,
you.
next month.
Yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Good evening.
Thank you.